Salam, Soul Sisters. Welcome to another episode of the Whole Self Sister channel, a place for you to be healed and whole. I'm Raheel, and I am on a journey of self-discovery. So if you are on a similar journey and you don't want to go through it alone, let's do it together. Press the subscribe button so we can be friends. Today, I would like to continue from where I stopped in the last video about cultivating your sense of lovability or your self-love. And sometimes because you have never really felt what it means to be loved unconditionally, it will be hard for you to extend that same feeling for yourself or others. You might be thinking that you are loving and you are acting in compassionate and affectionate way, but actually, you are still entrenched in your old ways. You're just doing them mildly. So it is still the same version of you, but watered down. So you're not controlling, but you just let things go out of their way. Now you're not people pleasing, but you're also unable to have boundaries. And you think that you are being forgiving to other people, understanding, whilst you are permissive. And it's still not a healthy way. It's not a healthy way of being a loving and compassionate person. Because my definition of love is to accept everything and allow for everything and take everything as part of you. So what I mean by that is, if we're talking about another person, let's say your child, it means that you are able to accept every expression that they have, the bad ones, the tantrumy ones, the parts that you really don't like about them, or that sometimes trigger you about them. So you're able to accept it, you're able to allow it, because you understand that it is a form of their healthy expression. It's an important part of their development, and they need to have it at that age. It's the appropriate age for them to be more self-centered, to be having those emotional turbulences, because they're still learning. So you accept it, you allow it, and you take it as part of you. You accept that whatever they're feeling, you can attune to that feeling. You can sense how they're feeling. You try to put yourself in their shoes. And some people use the word sympathy instead of attunement. And I've refrained from using the word empathy, because most of the time I notice that when people talk about empathy, what they're doing is actually projecting their own feelings on other people. So instead of accepting the level of, let's say, grief, sadness, or anger that other people are throwing at you, you're taking it and amplifying it, or you're taking it and looking at it from your own lens, from your own past experiences. You're putting your own definition on whatever grief, anger, sadness that they're having. So it's not pure anymore. Whilst attunement is really seeing through the eyes of the other, hearing it through their ears, and feeling it through their heart. And that way you will have a clearer understanding of what they're going through. However, like I said, you will not be able to pour from an empty cup. So if you are unable to extend that same sense of acceptance, allowance, and ownership of all your feelings or your parts or your needs, then it's going to be hard for you to do that for other people. It's going to be very hard for you to become attuned to the emotions and expressions of other people. because you're not attuned to yourself. You don't have that understanding, which must start from you first. And so when I talk about self-love, I mean it in a concrete way. So it's not just a sense of accepting and letting things just be, but it is actually growing and transforming through accepting all parts of you, looking at every expression of your emotions as a message that your subconscious is trying to deliver to you, and you sit with them. You sit with those feelings, you listen to them, you understand where they're coming from. You allow for all the hurt, the grief, the sense of guilt or betrayal or whatever that is that you have to come through you, to be with it, and then letting it go. And when you let go, you'll be able to receive the lesson. You'll be able to look at whatever happened to you with new eyes. And that is the process of transformation, that you now have unraveled one layer of yourself, or maybe you're not self, and you're closer to becoming your authentic self. Thank you, and I wish you a very wholesome day, and salam.